Howdy, brothers and sisters out there in YouTube land. This here is Grateful Panic, and I've got another video for you guys today. And today, we are going to be taking a look at the Stedemon Knives BP-02. But before we get into that, let's dive on down into what I carried today. And besides this guy, my other folder that I carried today is the Great Eastern Cutlery Bullnose in OD green linen micarta, one of my all-time favorite knives. My fixed blade carry was the Bark River Knives Aurora and CPM Crewwear, another phenomenal knife. My Swiss Army carry today, as it was yesterday, is the Victorinox Alox Pioneer. And my flashlight carry was a little bit boring again today with that. I carried the Olight S1R Baton Turbo 2. And now that we've got that out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at what I'm drinking. And today, I'm drinking a little bit of Stone Brewery's Delicious IPA, and pretty much the name says it all. It is delicious. Yep, that's delicious. So, with that being said, it's time to get down to the nitty-gritty. The knife of the hour. The knife that we've all been waiting for. Or at least the knife that this guy here has been waiting for. The review knife. And like I said, we're going to be taking a look at the Stedemon Knives BP-02. And this is the first Stedemon that I've gotten my hands on. And I've got to say that I am seriously impressed. This was a loaner from JB over at BigRedEDC, and I gotta tell you, that guy there is keeping me stocked up on knives to review. I about can't review them fast enough. But before we get into the meat and taters of this knife, let's go ahead and get the boring stuff out of the way and take a look at some dimensions and some material. And we have an overall length on this guy of 7 3/4 inches. We've got a full blade length of 3 3/8 inches. We've got a blade width of right at 1 inch and a blade thickness of 150 thousandths. The blade material is 440C. It's got a really high flat grind on it, and the blade shape, to me, on all the websites that I looked at, it just said standard. To me, this is kind of a slight trailing point. It's got kind of an upswept blade shape there, and I really dig it. I think it's a really cool blade shape. It's not something you see every day. You know, most of these folders, you know, you're looking at either a drop point, a clip point, and a tanto. So I'm really digging this kind of upswept trailing point on this guy. You got a black wash finish on it, and of course it's just a plain edge. It's not serrated, which is fine by me because I'm not a big fan of serrations. The handle length is 4 3/8 inches, and the handle width is 875 thousandths which is that's a pretty slim handle width. That's pretty nice there. I'm not big on thick, bulky handles on a folder. Oh, you know what? No, I'm a moron. The 875 thousandths is right here, just a little less than an inch. The actual width or thickness is 520 thousandths, so just over half an inch. Which that's a that's a good. It's got a good feel in the hand there. Um, your handle material and I'm assuming backspacer are they're both polymer, but it's got a nice texture to it. It's not too grippy, but it's not super slick. Um, I mean, we'll get into the ergos and how that feels in a little bit. It is a liner lock, and it's got nice beefy stainless steel liners with a mostly open construction here. Of course, you got this, like I said, the polymer backspacer in the back, which actually turns into a cool little lanyard hole there, and I'm digging that design. And this guy, it reminds me just I guess it's really just the handle shape. It reminds me a lot of the Kaiser Begleiter, which is another cool knife. You've got stainless steel hardware, and you got I really dig this the pocket clip hardware here. You've got a 4-position pocket clip, right hand, left hand, tip up, tip down, and it basically, these screws right here are what attach the pocket clip. So you got one single screw, and you get to the Torx head through this little hole in the pocket clip, and I think that's really ingenious there. I dig that. It's of course a manual opening knife, and it has dual thumb studs, and these are some pretty. I'm not, for some reason I cannot get this guy to focus when I'm actually filming. When it's just sitting there not filming, I can focus all day long. But it got some really cool looking thumb studs on this. They kind of taper down, and then they have this indentation right there. And it's not super rough. There's no jimping or any kind of rough stuff on it, but your thumb finds great purchase until you hit yourself in your other hand. But and that, I mean, this son of a gun just flicks right open, and if you hold your mouth right, you can even spidey flick it. But yeah, that's for the most part, that's the boring stuff. You got this, and I think it's mostly for decoration. It does no, not really. It doesn't really add any grip here, but the little bit of jimping right here on the bottom of the liner, and I think it, like I said, it's mostly for decoration. But yeah, I mean, this is just, if you look at it, that's just a really really striking little knife there. I mean, the appearance it's very pleasing to the eye. And as far as using this guy and the ergos, for something that you would think would be kind of blocky, it fits great in the hand. This little cutout here for your forefinger, I mean, it lends itself to getting it at just the right angle in your hand. And you can get some really good purchase on it. And I'm really sorry. I'm working on some lighting issues so that I can shoot indoor videos, and so there might be a little bit of glare, and it might look kind of funky. I got some really good input from one of the subs, and I would say the name, but I'm gonna butcher it all to crap and back. So they know who they are, and I really appreciate their input, and I'm working on taking their advice and trying to figure some things out. But so hopefully we will have this down pat here very, very shortly. I've actually got something on order from Amazon that should help out a lot, because I'm not Martin Scorsese or anything, but I would like to bring you guys some decent quality videos where you're not having to strain to see stuff or getting blinded by glare or whatever. But anyway, back to this here Stedman. It's riding on bearings, and the action is pretty sick. I mean, it's just, and I'm holding it at a very strange angle, and it just kind of falls shut. It's kind of a hydraulic, like it's just real silky smooth, but it's got kind of a hydraulic action. But I mean, just as I like to say, it's slicker nail poop. I mean, it's it's really, really great action. And I mean, when you deploy the knife, I mean, it just shoots out. Just, I mean, almost like it was an automatic. And actually, you could probably deploy this quicker than you could an automatic, because that just seems to be the way it goes. I think I mentioned that it's got that blackwash finish, and I really, really, really dig a blackwash finish. I think that and stonewash, I love those in a folder. Did I cut my? Nope, didn't cut myself. This was almost my knife there, JB. If it bites you, it likes you. But yeah, all in all, this is a really cool knife, and I was stoked to get my hands on this, because it's one of those knives I've been not this particular model, but just the brand in general. I've really been interested in checking out their knives, and just haven't had the opportunity. So huge thanks to JB for putting this guy in my hands, and I've really enjoyed carrying it. And from what I'm seeing, if you can find it in stock, which it seems to be dang near impossible, but if you can find it in stock, I think these guys run for right around $35. So, and that's a phenomenal price. I mean, that's definitely this is definitely a bang for your buck knife if you can get your hands on one, because fit and finish and build quality on this thing they're just out of this world amazing. I mean, you can see there that knife is there, that blade is dead center. Let's see if I can get the lockup in there. Not entirely, but it's just, I mean, it's just on the edge of early in a good way. Like, we're looking at probably 25-30% lockup, which, I mean, to me, that just means you're going to get a lot of life out of that lock there. As the metal wears down, you're not going to use it for 6 months and the lock completely hit the other side, the other liner, and you have no lock anymore. I mean, it's just got a really nice early lockup, but early in a good way. And the lockup, speaking of lockup, it's rock solid. There's no blade play, no lock rock. I mean, it's a solidly locked up knife. So yeah, if you guys come across one of these, I highly recommend you pick it up. Like I said, I mean, it's one of those bang for your buck knives. You will not be disappointed. I mean, if looks wise it's not your style, I totally get that. But if the only thing that's holding you back is, thinking, well, for $35, how good of a knife am I really going to get? You're going to get a great knife for $35 if you buy this guy. So this Stedemon BP-02 definitely gets the Grateful Panic seal of approval, which is 1 3/4 thumbs up. And so a big thank you to JB for sending this guy out for me to check out and review. I've thoroughly enjoyed carrying it, and thoroughly enjoyed reviewing it for you guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching the review. And as always, thank you guys for your support. Thank you for your views and for your comments and likes. I really Really, really appreciate it. And if you're new, and even if you're not new and you enjoyed this video, go ahead and smash that like button. Throw me a comment, and I'll definitely get back to you. And I appreciate all the comments I get on the videos. I like interacting with you guys, and it's the highlight of my day, making these videos. So thank you guys. Appreciate every single one of you. And with that being said, this is Grateful Panic signing off. And remember, guys, stay alert, stay alive. And hey, how about do something nice for somebody today? Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.